Hi boys and girls. I hope you're ready for our next chapter. I hope you're enjoying the story so far. It's one of my favorites. Before we start, there are 5 golden tickets. They found 4. Do you remember the friends who found them? The first one was Augustus Gloop. Do you remember him? All he ate was chocolate. So no wonder he found a ticket. He was buying all the chocolate. The next finder was Veruca Salt. Do you remember her? It's funny, her last name is Salt. Remember, she's the salty one. She's the one that's spoiled rotten. She's kind of bratty, isn't she? And then the next girl to find one was Violet Beauregard. Do you remember her? She was the gum chewer. She was the one that would stick it behind her ear and save it for later. Or she'd put it on the number in an elevator and have someone press it. She liked her gum. And the last guy that found one of the tickets was Mike TV. All he wanted to do was watch TV. Do you remember what kind of shows he liked to watch? Right, he liked to watch old westerns. So there's 1 ticket left. Charlie already got his chocolate candy bar for his birthday. No golden ticket in there. Let's see what happens. Chapter 9 is called Grandpa Joe Takes a Gamble. The next day when Charlie came home from school and went in to see his grandparents, he found that only Grandpa Joe was awake. The other 3 were all snoring loudly. "Shh," whispered Grandpa Joe, and he beckoned Charlie to come closer. Charlie tiptoed over and stood beside the bed. The old man gave Charlie a sly grin, and then he started rummaging under his pillow with one hand. And when the hand came out again, there was an ancient leather purse clutched in his fingers. Under the cover of the bedclothes, the old man opened the purse and tipped it upside down. Out fell a single silver 10-cent piece. "It's my secret hoard," he whispered. "The others don't know I've got it. And now you and I are going to have one more fling at finding that last ticket. How about it, eh? But you'll have to help me." "Are you sure you want to spend your money on that, Grandpa?" Charlie whispered. "Of course I'm sure," spluttered the old man excitedly. "Don't stand there arguing. I'm just as crazy as you are to find that ticket. Here, take the money and run down to the street to the nearest store and buy the first Wonka candy bar you see and bring it straight back to me and we'll open it together." Charlie took the little silver coin and slipped quickly out of the room. In 5 minutes he was back. "Have you got it?" whispered Grandpa Joe, his eyes shining with excitement. Charlie nodded, and he held out the bar of candy. "Wonka's Nutty Crunch Surprise," it said on the wrapper. "Good," the old man whispered, sitting up in the bed and rubbing his hands. "Now, come over here and sit close to me and we'll open it together. Are you ready?" "Yes," said Charlie, "I'm ready." "All right, you tear off the first bit." "No," Charlie said, "you paid for it. You do it all." The old man's fingers were trembling most terribly as they fumbled with the candy bar. "We don't have a hope, really," he whispered, giggling a bit. "Do you know we don't have a hope? You know we don't have a hope, don't you?" "Yes," said Charlie, "I know that." They looked at each other and both started giggling nervously. "Mind you," said Grandpa Joe, "there is just that tiny chance that it might be the one. Don't you agree?" "Yes," Charlie said, "of course. Why don't you open it, Grandpa?" "All in good time, my boy, all in good time." "Which end do you think I ought to open first?" "That corner, the one furthest from you. Just tear off a tiny bit, and not quite enough for us to see anything." "Like that?" said the old man. "Yes, now a little bit more." "You finish it," Grandpa Joe said. "I'm too nervous." "No, Grandpa, you must do it yourself." "Very well then, here goes." He tore off the wrapper. They both stared at what lay underneath. It was a bar of candy. Nothing more. All at once they both saw a funny side of the whole thing, and they burst into peals of laughter. "What the heck is going on?" cried Grandma Josephine, waking up suddenly. "Nothing," said Grandpa Joe. "You go on back to sleep." Oh, darn it. I thought he was going to find it. One more ticket left. We'll keep reading. Next chapter is chapter 10. The family begins to starve. We'll see you next time. Bye.